2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Here we are at the Genesis Invitational, one of the top events each year on the schedule. Today's coverage is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this second round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam, and this player starts their round in the lead. How should they approach today?
Well, they've got the lead, and there is a significant chasing pack, so they can't get too wrapped up in what's going on behind them. They've got to kind of keep their nose out front. They got to keep pushing along and play the golf course. Don't think about who's chasing you down. Just think about playing the golf course. But if you do find themselves falling back a little bit, then they need to go ahead and start making a little bit different push, maybe come up with a different game plan. But right now, out in front, they just kind of have to play the golf course right now and keep that in their sights.
Looking forward to this, Rich. Let's get into the action. Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
He is not going to like this one bit. This is what bad lies are made of.
It's heading to the rough for mine. Lining up now, this shot from the fairway bunker. Well, this will be a big birdie here. Good putt to make.
This one looking really good.
Putting for par. Starting the round at even par.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
Currently in first position. I love a good two-shotter. Birdies on par fours feel great because you've had to execute all three shots.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Let's catch up with Willie Z. He's always a flusher.
This is a second.
That's nicely judged, that shot. And back to the play, shall we? What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
This is so long, I don't even have words for it. It's just long.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? That's disappointing. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This is what they have left for a par. Yep, tracking well.
Nicely holed. And for par. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order. Second shot here on the third. Nicely done. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Ooh, right by the hole. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Sitting at -8 for the tournament. Teeing off here at the 4th.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Yeah, well played.
There's a long way, but I tell you what, I've seen it happen before, so there's a chance.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole.
Well, I think they fell in love with the line, forgot about the pace.
Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. Leading by 8 strokes now after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 5th.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. This should play. This is one of those great ball striking displays. Fairways and greens. A pleasure to watch.
And I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Our leader really starting to gap the field now. Their advantage is 9 shots. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
What an incredible design this is. And it really just takes this green and it makes it into a section of 4. The back right, the front right, front left, and back left, they all have their unique features to it, and that all is due to the simple fact that that bunker, which is tiny, minuscule, almost not even there, it basically shapes that green into the 4 quadrants. It is just an amazing design.
Big par saver coming up for this fella. Job done. Let's head to the next. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit and now the Barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
What a shame. Has hit a lot of greens today, just not on this occasion.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Par putt coming up here. Now 8 shots in front. Let's see what happens here at the 8th. Well struck. And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. What's in front of them, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
Oh, I like the look of this. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. Why not take another look at that effort?
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Our current leader is enjoying a 10-shot lead. Next up is this 2-shot hole.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
With an elevated approach ahead, they'll have to make sure they've got enough club. Setting up miles from the hole.
Looking for another birdie here.
That was a gallant attempt. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet.
So far, so good.
Solid par putt, that. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Expecting him to get after this one, Rich. It's a short par 4.
No, not at all. And what a hole it is. It's changed a lot over the years. This green is actually reminds me of something you would see at Pinehurst. There's no flat spots on it. It either is downhill or uphill. That's it. Players most likely will take driver or fairway wood and try and leave themselves just on the front left portion of this green. That's the most ideal spot they can hit it, no matter where they put the flag stick. However, hitting it there is nearly impossible. A keen short game is absolute necessity to make birdie here.
Second shot here at the 10th. And here we are with the third shot. Didn't that look good for a long time? This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. It's on a good line. Yeah, you'll take that. Sitting at 10 under par for the event. Welcome to the tee at this par 5 hole. Go get after it.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Time for the second shot at the 11th. Well played, mate. Getting ready to play their third. This one's for birdie. Well played. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
That might be one club too many. That's nicely done. And he's down there. You got to read.
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
This one's online. Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And now that finds him in first place. Two great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. If you find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
A wonderful shot, a chance for birdie here on the 13th. This putt was about 8 feet. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. An extraordinary performance. This player is now 12 strokes in front of the field. And after a birdie at the last, they take the honor on the hole.
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hopping right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Left yourself an opportunity. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Okay, steady now. That'll sting a bit. A par putt awaits. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. It's time to begin this par 4 hole.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
That was special. It's just about 3 feet away. And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead. Currently 14 under for the event. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
Oh, just missed. An opportunity to make a par here. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Teeing off here on the 17th hole.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
The interesting choice of the driver here. That's a tad disappointing, isn't it? That's a poor lie. Will he be able to get out of here?
Yeah, this is not what they wanted. There might be a couple of hits here.
A birdie putt awaits. Oh, what a shame it didn't drop, but that looked good the whole way. He sits in first position. Now take the stroll to the final tee of this round.
Tee shot up the hill, fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
This would be a great up and down. Oh, well played.
Great touch.
And another round safely in the books.